Sorry. Thank you, Kai. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate the friendship. I know we met with the school. For those that don't know, we met with the school probably 3 or 4 years ago
Mhm.
when we first brought the totem out there, and so it's good to have a relationship, continued relationship with the school there. And I appreciate thinking about rain. We always think about rain, when we plan our events. And I just am planning for rain, but that doesn't mean that it might be uh, 83 degrees. That's also what I can anticipate. So, uh, we'll, but really appreciate that. Anybody have any questions for our friends on Lopez Island?
Of Mary, we're camping at Spencer Spit.
Y-
Yeah.
y-
Mm,
Okay, great.
yeah. And one more thing, there is the county did is enacting something called cultural access, and in 2026 there will be funding for cultural programs. So it's something to look forward to. Because I think this would definitely apply, and so schools will be getting a lot of that money. Anyway, just
Mhm.
a good thing because we're always scrapping for money over here.
Um, can I ask you one quick question?
Go ahead.
Um, Off the island, what kind of volunteers from like the greater area do you need or want?
Oh, well, we welcome volunteers to help carry the canoes. If you
Mhm.
you can be in touch with me and let me know when you would be showing up, and we're definitely can put you to work. And
Okay,
if you have a specific area of interest, we can kind of set you up with that. But volunteers are quite helpful.
good. Well, I knew they were. I just wasn't sure. So, because I might be able to round up a few. So awesome.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Canyon.
You're mute.
You'll have to unmute, bud. Sorry.
I was just waving. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Mama
Uh,
Joe.
hey, all right. Well, let's all wave at Canyon. All right. Hey. Uh, really appreciate that. The opportunity. If you don't know Carrie, Carrie is one of our friends from North Lake Unitarian Universalists, our friends there, and we invited them out to maybe possibly even bring some of their, come out for a day trip or come out camping and see the canoes land there. And so, um, uh, any other questions for our friends on Lopez Island? We'll have shower access, right, Kai, at the school, and then it sounds like we'll be at the Commons area there for dinner, and then okay, that sounds good, Kai. And go ahead, Kai. You have something to add? Okay. Um. I guess moving on to our friends on it looks like on Monday the 19th we'll leave Spencer's Spit and paddle to Friday Harbor. We'll keep that same route and do a little pit stop there in Friday Harbor. Stephanie, I wasn't able to get a hold of Todd yet at the port there. But I guess I would like to I guess see when their next meeting is to possibly come and do a little invite and share with our friends what our plans are.
Yeah, and I'll circle back to Todd. Tammy Hayes has retired, our port manager. So they're a little understaffed now, and Tammy was fantastic. But we'll get Todd plugged in. For sure, we'll have one of the two houses next to the camp spot, the Black's house, will be available. Lowell and Sam have moved into their house, but I'm sure they might have one or two rooms available. So circle back to them. And then Matt and I need to continue our search for indoor rainy options for both those nights, just in case we need to use them and just reserve them. Matt, what else do you have on updates on Friday Harbor? Sorry, I'm driving around Orcas right now.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing is Seth and I will be meeting soon, and maybe you come as well, and Eva, pull in Eva, to kind of pass the torch and do a big download to Spring Street School, kind of moving forward and kind of taking the torch, helping organize things locally for San Juan Island. So we're gonna start a meeting soon and kind of replicate Lopez's your all's amazing Friends of Canoe Landings document. We kind of want to just make that standard across the islands for logistics. So we're going to have that meeting in the next few weeks, get our volunteer base solid, get Spring Street on board as kind of taking the lead for a lot of things, food and getting the students involved. So I think the next step is our first meeting, and then we'll kind of go from there. Other than that, we kind of know what to do to make things flow smooth.
That's wonderful. Well,
Freddie,
yeah,
on Orcas, is anybody on the line from Orcas today?
yeah. We have Jazz, Dave, and Jerry, and Mr. Taylor.
Great. And then before, in case I get lost out here, Carrie is really wanting to engage deeply with you now that you're on the mend. And I think that'll be a whole new addition of families to be helping out and plug into the Orcas group.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie.
Who is that, Stephanie?
Carrie Van Gelder, she's the lead teacher at Salmonberry.
Oh, okay.
Do you know her?
Yeah, actually, very well.
Yeah, yeah. Give her a call after this. And their heart is big, their help and desires are right there. They just need people to point them into what direction they can be of service.
Great. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. I had a question and it slipped my mind. Is the Grange? I know we miraculously ended up last year at the Grange on First Street. Is that booked up?
No,
Who are
we
you
don't have
asking?
anything solidified yet. That's on our do list is to get Fairground is our first pick, Grange is our second pick,
Okay. Okay.
and the Shepherd folks other than the port.
Okay. Wonderful. Anybody have questions for our friends on San Juan Island? Um, if not, I'd just like to keep things moving here. It's about 18 minutes after, and I guess coming into Orcas Island on Wednesday, May 21st. We'll do our usual see everybody off um, at around 8 a.m. It doesn't look like there's a very big tide. Still planning on going to Shaw to correct, just as a little stopover, Steph, on our way to Orcas Island. I think that's still kind of on the schedule there.
Whatever you all want. Shaw's a great spot. We can whatever you all want to do.
Okay. We'll plan we'll just stay on that schedule for Orcas Island. Looks like I have a 3 o'clock landing. I think that was our usual time. And then the dinner at the community center in Olga, and we'll have our little culture exchange there. And David and Jerry. Hi, Jazz. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Freddie. Hi, everybody. Jerry and I have been down with the flu all week, so not doing 100% here, but trying to hang in there.
Oh man, I feel you. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Yeah, I wasn't.
And we're waiting for a Taylor Eaton young man who is going to be involved this year. He and his partner were on a honeymoon, so we're waiting for them to come back before we start to finalize some of the preparations. But let's hear from other people on Orcas.
Hi, Jazz. Aloha.
Hello. Hold on, let me.
It's this.
Oh, am I unmuted now?
Here
Hello.
you are. Yeah, go ahead.
Kind of have a lot of cars over here. How's it going, folks? Good to see everyone. Yeah, I'm excited for Gathering of the Eagles 2025. I think that Haley and Taylor are both back on Orcus as of now. So that could proceed. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, I I don't quite know if I have anything to share as of right now, but I know that as things get closer, everything will come into place and yeah, looking forward to it.
Great. And when do you get back to the island, Jazz?
That'll probably be late April, May now.
Nice, nice. How awful.
Mm.
Um, um, I just,
Yeah.
I just was, my mind yesterday literally was like in Hawaii. I was like, oh my gosh, I could just walk into the water. So
Yeah, I actually got an opportunity to go with Auntie Anella to Palau. So that's a part of the reason why I won't be returning till then. So I'll be gaining more navigator skills to help with the journey this year.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, congratulations. I'm glad. That's good experience. That's the best on the job experience. I always say you can't get that kind of knowledge from a book or studying online. And so that's great. I'm glad you're taking the opportunity. Hi, Sandy. Sorry about last week, Sandy. I know we was trying to coordinate meetings, but good to see you, and Uva, and love to you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we're getting the pool house checked out. We've got about 35 or 40 people a week coming over to swim. It's been pretty exciting.
That,
So it's
that's
still working.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I guess once this next meeting, I'll stay with the 15th, March 15th, for our next meeting. And not saying that we're about 3 months away, but I would start stressing out, but it's not even worth it. And so
Mhm.
I'd also like to just share that with a lot of our organizers and friends and volunteers and folks on the ground. I just really, really want to just let you know I don't stress out too much about anything, and I don't want anybody to really stress out. It's why I was pulling back some of the stuff that I was adding to the schedule, and it was starting to stress me out, and I'm just going to pull it back. Not that we don't already have enough work, and we gather and have great visiting hours, and we sing and we dance, and again, I just want to really emphasize with you, our coming together. I want to be as less stressful as possible. I can't emphasize that enough. That I think we have something really good, and what we have and I'm just gonna say it to you guys. I really don't ever want to see it become commercial. I don't want to ever see it just not saying becoming too big, but like I say, our gathering in Maui really shared really opened my eyes to our grassroots efforts and the medicine that we have and are building with each other. That's the most powerful. And I really felt really good after coming back from Maui and Anella and I talked and we were just sharing some things about how it was really relaxing and it was recharging and it kind of I guess really helped build our friendships. And so I just want all of our organizers and all of our friends to know that, if you get too stressed out, hey, it's okay. I don't want that to happen. I want everyone to really come together and as best as we can. And you guys do incredible work. It is a lot of work. It is real macro, real organic. And but that's our power, and I think that's the real gift that we're sharing with one another as we continue celebrating our intergenerational cultural heritage and sharing and carrying the best we can with in the island hospitality that we know. And so I just want to share that with you all. And if you're feeling a little stressed, I was getting stressed out, and I just after I got sick, I just said I'm not gonna let it. Not gonna let it take me down, and if it doesn't work out, I won't lose sleep over it, and that's kind of how I'm gonna continue to approach it. But I really appreciate everyone's help and just love and continued blessings, I um I also want to ask Auntie Esther, Mama Esther, I know I just can't emphasize enough to the love and appreciation that we have for Mama Esther, and I she your guys' prayers are really powerful, and so I just wanted to let you know that your prayers and your loving thoughts and your good words and your sharing about our godmother's health. She's coming through a lot, but I just wanted to give Mama Esther just share with you, Mama. I know she's been going through quite a bit, and I just want to thank you all for answering the call when we put out the prayer for Mama Esther. So, Mama Esther,
Yate. Do people hear me? Can you hear me?
Yate.
Yate. um, you know, I was thinking to myself as I was listening to all of you this morning talking. Um, I heard this thing, and I don't know if I should share it, but I'm going to share it. As Freddie always tells me, you're going to still tell me. And so I seen this thing this morning about this. I'm going to say this white guy. I didn't know he'd get his name, but he said, "We were never white people." That's what he said. We only became white people when through colonialization and plantation owners and slave owners and it made me think about all of us working together that there was a time that I used to do undoing racism training down in Mississippi, Waveland, Mississippi. The organization was in Louisiana, um, over in can't even think of this chemo brain. I can't remember names anymore, but I was just thinking about how people label certain things that happen in our life. We label each other, we classify each other, and we put ourselves in a pigeon box, and we don't ever come out of that pigeon box because the security and the serenity and the peacefulness of life that we feel we might not be able to obtain again at in another level of maturity. I'm going to call it maturity, growth. And I think that with this canoe journey coming up in May, that's another growth of maturity on collecting knowledge and ancestral ways of how to understand the cosmology, the ocean, the earth, the air, the sky, the birds, the trees, the vegetation, even ourselves, on how we fit into this big giant planet of ours that sits in the heavens that God created. And we have to understand that all our efforts are going to be for a good cause and for good reasons to bring peace and joy and happiness and serenity in the way that our spirits lead us, each one of us. And so I say that because I'm full of joy and happiness because yesterday my surgeon told me I don't have cancer anymore, and I was very pleased. It's hard to appreciate something that you feel like you were dragging and dragging and dragging, and hopefully it would somehow fall off whatever it is that you were dragging, that it will disappear and you'll walk lightly again. And yesterday when she told me that, I was very pleased. And I want to share one thing because I know Freddie shared this on Facebook and with you all because he asked me and I told him it was okay. The day I was going into surgery, I went in very happy. I was smiling. I was making everybody laugh and feel good about themselves. And the last minute before they took me in to go into surgery and knock me out, there was a minister that came in. And the minister, I said, "You don't look like my doctor." And he said, "No, I'm not your doctor." And I said, "Well, what's the other way that you're a doctor to heal?" And he said, "I'm a minister." And I said, "Oh, holy smokes." And I said, "Well, do what you need to do for me." And he prayed over me. And I really felt like that was God sent. And yesterday, the doctor reminded me of how I summons that minister into the little space that I had in the hospital. And the man prayed for me, and she said, "We need to call back on that chaplain to tell him the results of your outcome." And I felt really good. So I want to extend my appreciation and God's blessing upon all of you to have a wonderful, bright, and beautiful rainbow colored, day for yourself. So I'm just very happy about you for keeping me in mind. Thank you very much. Ahehe, 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 ahehe. Hojona hasli, hojona hasli, hojona hasli, hojona hasli. Ahehe is gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hojona hasli, and there's beauty in front of us again. Thank you. Love you all. And this is going to be a beautiful canoe journey. And I know that Freddie is working on it and other people are working on it. And I love it. And all my wonderful spirits of spirituality be with you all. Thank you.
That's beautiful, Mama.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's really, really, really good news. I um I'm really glad Esther's able to join us. Because this year she said she wasn't going to make it, and I let her know. I 3 months is a long ways away. I'm just saying that. I'm really glad. I'm really thankful for all of you that took the time to share a prayer and send good thoughts to Mama Esther, and just a real true testament of our gifts that we have as human beings, our gifts that we share as gathering of eagles, brothers and sisters, and relatives. And so I'm just really thankful. And uh, we all go through our tough times, and so I this is really really good news, Mama. I'm really glad to hear, and glad you're making it through. And so we'll get ready to book your flights here anytime soon here. See
And
how she laughed?
you know what else happened to me? Yesterday that happened to me, and then this morning I first opened up my eyes and I saw that I got a text from my brother in the Bay Area, and then he said, "I bought me a new truck. Do you want a truck?" And I was looking for a truck. And I was like, "Sure, I'll take the truck." So I was blessed. I was really blessed. I'm going to get a truck. It's not costing me anything. He's just giving it to me. And I just, keeping your faith and keeping your spirits in the positive, and whatever the darkness may hover over you and you feel like, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this, that there is a light in the tunnel, and that light is for you to maneuver yourself through that darkness. And I always believe in this. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And I believe in it. And I want to share that with you, so that even though you may be sick, even though you may feel, things are not right in this country, there is a light away from us, but we're going to reach that light through these canoe journeys and the waterways and the earth and the air and the heavens and the fire. And you are, like Freddie always says, we all bleed the same way. It's so we're not of a different race. We're of people. And so that's the way I find it, the human race. Love you all.
I see. Thank you,
Love
Mama.
you, Esther.
Love you, Auntie.
Thank you, Mama. I just yeah, we count our blessings, and I think that's all we can continue to do. We're all getting through this together, and so again, just really thankful to everybody for your continued prayers and your blessings. Thank you guys so much. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, I just wonder if you have any idea yet of the number of canoes that we'll have this year.
Uh, right now, I'm not anticipating any really big changes aside from hearing from Sam Barr. He said he might bring a Samish canoe, a youth canoe through. Let's see, uh, we have the Hawaiians. We have Carver's Camp. This will be
Mhm.
Carver's Camp. This is their fifth time coming through. So and then our Hawaiian relatives, I believe they have one canoe, but we did talk about having two, which would mean like six more people if they have a second canoe. And then uh, Chief Leshai schools, they're back on board, and then Puyallup Canoe Family never they just kind of up in the air. They have their first salmon ceremony on the 17th, and so they aren't 100% sure. But again, don't see any more than our 3 to 5 canoes that might come through. So I'm not anticipating uh any canoes coming on anytime soon because this is about the time uh they have to start getting in touch with me. The only one other interest that I had was from Quileute,
Yeah.
from our friends out in La Push, and they would trailer all the way here. But again, they're it's a long ways to bring their canoe, but again, they're just still thinking about it. So,
And any news on our local canoe, the Kingfisher? Has anybody been in touch with you about that?
um, I I I'm still planning on the Kingfisher coming through. Um, yeah, we kind of started with them, and I did speak with Peter. It's with the Orcas Museum now. And so they were working out some details on how to go about allowing us to continue to use the Kingfisher for the gathering of eagles.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
yeah. And I guess one other thing too, I don't know, Matt, on San Juan Island. I'm doing a April fundraiser dinner. So we have April 1st already set aside on Lopez Island. Is that correct, Kai? And we have a fundraiser. We're gonna do it at the Lopez Community Center. Um, it'll be a afternoon kind of evening event. I was actually going to ask a few of our relatives to zoom in, our Hawaiian relatives and Fire and Lita and Esther to kind of zoom in. But I'm doing just kind of a spring fundraiser, so I'm trying to get some places where I could host this. So we already have it on the Lopez Island is already secure, and that'll be on April 1st. I love the date too. It's like April Fools. But yeah, April 1st is Lopez Island. And so I'm gathering artwork right now. So if you guys have any artist friends or I'm donating actually about 3 or 4 of my own prints. Jacob John has a couple of paintings. I got a really beautiful paint from Canham Johnson that was already donated. But just kind of doing a silent auction and a kind of a spring dinner, I guess, just to fundraise for the gathering. So I'm not sure if Matt, if you can even find me a contact for the Grange there, to just rent the Grange for a night and just host and I was actually thinking for the same thing on Orcas at like the Odd Fellows. I just really wanted it to just really be an opportunity for our friends to just come out, break bread, show some videos, talk about what we're doing, and so if there's any opportunity to make that happen, either that first week of April or the second week would be appreciated. Go ahead, David.
And Jerry's in the background here. She's asking if you've been in touch with Bethany at all at Orcas Center.
Yeah, I did get in touch with her, and she was putting me in touch with the gentleman to reserve the Orca Center. Um, I, di- I don't know what the nonprofit price is to use the Madrona room, but I imagine it's not cheap. And so,
The
uh,
fundraiser would probably work better there, though. There's
yeah,
more money that comes in there.
yeah, that's what yeah. So, I will follow up with Bethany, and I think his name was Zach, there at the Orca Center. But it's really nice. I know we did that one dinner that one night. Uh, yeah. But I'm looking at some options. So
Freddie, is this something that you would want to have a potluck or find like a caterer and like sell a ticket to
we're
the
gonna
event?
sell tickets. Yeah, we ha it'll be catered and
Okay,
yeah.
I have some ideas for you for here then. Okay.
Yeah, and I just want to also acknowledge our friend Carrie Bowman's on. Hi, Carrie. But Carrie offered, to help, purchase some of the food. My sister Doreen was going to cater, and so we're just working out some details to create a simple fundraising event that again, it's this is nothing I've done. It's totally something that I'm just I don't even know how it'll turn out, to tell you the truth, but I know that people will show up and people will come and support. And if a lot of I'm just starting to gather some of my artist friends. So if you have any friends that are artists, I'm just getting my poster, getting ready to ship out, and just to do a call for artists to donate artwork. So.
Hmm.
Appreciate anyone that has any artist friends that might be interested in just even donating some artwork to go to our silent auction on each island. And so we'll Taylor Eaton on Orchestra. If I remember correctly, he has a there's uh, sorry, there's an art gallery at Orcus that offered to help us with the online auction. So, um, hey, Spring Street, Seth,
Hi, Freddie.
glad you're able to make it, Seth.
Yeah, I'm a little late.
That's okay. If you don't know Seth, Seth is with our friends at Spring Street on San Juan Island,
Hmm.
and we were just kind of concluding here. Um,
Yep.
Seth, just kind of, yeah,
I'll watch the recording.
okay.
And yeah, I was interested in what you're talking about with the art auction. I'm thinking of something similar that might run a little bit parallel to that, or maybe we could enter something into what you're describing. But I wanted to get my sixth graders doing some carving. And
That's
then I
right.
was thinking of taking those products and auctioning them off and using the money to pay for this and that, whatever the needs are among the different nonprofits that are involved with this. So that's what
Oh.
part of our story, what we're going to be trying to do, ideally with Uncle Kimakeo, in some shape or fashion on that Tuesday, that whole day when the canoe families are on San Juan. So
Hmm.
Could you
that's what I'm
use some
trying to
two by
figure
two
out, but I'm
cedar?
maybe at the beginning stages on that.
Could you use some two by two cedar for carving? It's small stuff, but it's free.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Yeah, I was also looking at maybe using driftwood too, but yeah, any material that you have, we would love that because yeah, the wood needs to be friendly to work with, right?
Yeah, cedar is wonderful. I'll be
Hmm.
coming over to Friday Harbor probably on Monday. Catch
Okay.
up with you there somehow.
Yeah, I'll be around on Monday. Absolutely. Hmm.
Okay. How do I get your information? Where to meet with you?
Okay, I'll put it in the chat, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Can I
Carrie,
ask you a question?
Carrie, go ahead.
Um, so I think there's a possibility of us doing a fundraiser at North Lake. We've been kind of kicking it around. Would you want it to be during the first or second week of April,
Um,
or does it matter?
how about let's do the second week of April?
Okay, I have to make sure that that will work
Okay.
um for all of those involved. But and my thinking is that we would expand that to everybody down where we are. So Woodinville and of course East Lake and University and just do a thing down here.
Okay, that sounds good, Carrie. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm excited about it. And then regarding the art, are you wanting just native art or other stuff too?
I would be silly to just leave it up to just native art. Uh,
Okay.
I'm gonna include anyone that wants to friends of the Gathering of the Eagles and wants to donate. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
I think the more the merrier.
Okay.
And before I forget, Seth, I wanted to just say
Mm-hmm.
what would be kind of cool too. It's just an idea, but your
Uh-huh.
sixth graders, it'd be kind of cool. I don't know if you guys do clay or make canoes out of clay, but it
Uh-huh.
would be pretty cool to just when you were talking about the kids making things, and I was like, oh man, that'd be cool if the kids made like a canoe of of the octopus canoe or Chief Leshai's canoe or the
Yeah.
Hawaiian's canoe. I don't know. I just thought that'd be kind of cool to let the kids, send a picture into the kids and let them make these clay canoe. I think those things are really, to me, they're awesome, like little giveaways, even, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Mama Joe just posted paddles,
Yeah.
even little wooden paddles,
Yes.
very commendable. But
Yeah.
go ahead,
Those
Kai.
are all really good ideas.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify, we're doing fundraising to pay for our costs hosting, but we are seeing the April 1st event as fundraising for you and the Gathering of the Eagles kind of larger thing. So I just wanted to clarify that. And it works for us. We're fine doing our fundraising for the Lopez Landing fee costs and then doing the April 1st as fundraising for you and all the costs that you incur. So I just wanted to clarify that. Is that
Sure,
correct?
yeah. Thank you, Kai. And uh, I'll get that poster over to you as soon as I get it done here, Kai, too.
Okay, thanks.
Freddie,
Yes.
Sexton, um, I have my renowned artist, Navajo artist, my nephew. I was thinking, is it okay if we bring in Southwest artwork?
Of
Is that
course. Of course.
Do we need people writing on turtles or how should we do this? But I think I'm thinking or the orcas, the salmon. Uh I was thinking about him and then I have my my granddaughter who does artwork and then she does a lot of different things with flowers and stuff. So
Okay, yeah.
if that was okay, I could ask her to do a couple and I'll ask him. He's renowned, he's known around the world, so kind of like RC Gorman, but not as high. But
Okay.
I'll check in with him. He does his artwork through uh sagebrush, those what do you call them? They're like the long needles and he makes them into paintbrushes and that's how he paints his pictures.
Oh,
So
that's great.
he may
Esther,
want to come. Huh? Yes.
Esther, you are so back.
Well, can't can't just lay down. Gotta keep them moving. They say, the elders say, you can't lay down for us. If you feel ill or something, that's a negative thing, and you gotta fight it by moving around and trying to get your strength back. So that's what I'm trying to do. Thank you. Okay, Southwest Works. I'll look for some artists here that I know.
Okay. If nobody else has any um uh anything, I it's almost 1 o'clock and I want to keep our meeting. But Mama Esther, do you mind closing with a prayer for all of our friends and family here?
Okay,
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Mama.
you're welcome. Um, we have 15 participants, and it's beautiful to what we had last Saturday, which was five, because Freddie was so sick. And so I appreciate all of you. Just want to say a prayer in regards to the energy of the East, the energy of the South, the energy of the West, and the energy of the North, the energy of the center of the earth, and the energy of the center of the heavens. And to look at the sun and the moon that brings the different seasons in life. And as we understand the cosmology, that is our lifeline to sustaining ourselves here on earth. I want to say that we need to give thanks to the Creator for providing these things for us. It's not our artificial intelligence or anything like that. It's the natural way of looking at life and understanding and appreciating why our blood runs through our veins and why we have our arms and our legs and our mind and our head, so that we will be mindful of how to sustain ourselves with the good things in life that keep us happy, that keep us strong, that keep us vibrant, so that we can work together and be together in one. From the east, from the south, from the west, and from the north to the center of the earth and the center of the heavens. And when you walk outside, all of you, I want you to go outside and raise your hand as high as you can, even on your toes. And then you reach down and touch the earth and bless yourself from their feet on up, because you want to grow straight upwards toward the heavens. Was you not sleep? Was you not sleep? Was you not sleep? Was you not sleep? In Christ's name we pray, amen.
Amen. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Hey, Hutchik Walton. Holy smokes.
Hey, before we hang up and get going, I just want to bring on Joe's birthday and my beautiful wife's birthday. Can we sing them all happy birthday?
All right. Happy birthday.
Unmute to
To you.
Unmute everybody.
Unmute.
Happy
Birthday
Happy
to
birthday.
Day to
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy
Up to
birthday.
Kevin.
birthday, Mama Joe and Tara.
Happy birthday.
happy
day.
birthday
Birthday
to
to
this beautiful
you.
woman.
birthday.
Thank you,
Wait,
thank you.
wait. The Sopranos are off.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Okay, ready? One, two,
Happy,
three.
happy,
Happy
happy,
Happy
happy birthday
Birthday
to you.
to
Joseph,
birthday.
come here.
Happy
Happy
birthday
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 to
to you.
you.
My dogs are singing too.
Happy
Happy
Birthday.
birthday,
Birthday
dear
to
dear
Mama Joe and
Jojo.
Jojo.
Tara.
Da da da.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
And many more.
Channel
It
4.
says in Navajo we say Yichako bit this chin, Yichago Bitishchan. Yichago Bitishchan. You were born crying. That's what it
Oh,
says.
Wow. In
Oh,
That's when
Hawaiian,
you.
we say Ha'olilaha now. It's happy birthday.
Oh, beautiful.
Mhm.
Lemme language, Ohili, Quinnsquile.
ah.
Nice.
I needed that, Jolene. I wasn't quite there.
You couldn't read my writing?
what happened to your tan? Just kidding. Just kidding.
TT,
Hmm.
happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Wow.
Jojo,
Wow.
happy birthday.
We're going
Yes,
on a
he's
date.
running around.
Valencia's boyfriend
My birthday
What?
twin.
and the birthday twin.
Thank you
Oh,
guys.
look
Oh
at
my
that.
gosh, that puppy is so cute.
JoJo's puppy for her birthday.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, what a
adorable.
great gift.
Oh,